Muletown, and welcome to Weather Down in Muletown. This is a live storm coverage with the captain. As always, glad to have you here on the stream. Give me one sec. Yep, and they are issuing it right now as we speak. So, severe thunderstorm watch just has been issued. I wanted to go ahead and make sure that that's what they were saying before I went ahead and stuck my foot in my mouth. So let me go ahead right now and stop what I'm doing and get that pulled up. It's probably not going to be on the SPC page for just a minute, but give me one sec. It's probably already on Twitter, though. That's usually where I get the graphics from. Yep, bam, there we go. Love Twitter. Sorry, Zuckerberg. All right, so let me get that thrown in here. Perfect. All right, there we go. The National Weather Service's Storm Prediction Center has issued severe thunderstorm watch number, I'm not sure, valid until 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Saturday, 12 August 2023. It looks like for the majority of the mid-state area, northern Alabama, parts of Georgia, and East Tennessee as well. So definitely something to be weather aware of today. I figured it would be about this time and just actually happened to time it perfectly. So let me get the text of that pulled up and everything, because it has not hit the SPC's website just yet. So I will get that ticker updated in just one moment, and the radar background should update in just another moment as well. Just wanted to go ahead and get that info out to everybody, obviously, and is our standard operating procedure. As long as we've got that watch in effect, we will be live with our coverage as long as need be, and as long as that watch is in effect. So just waiting on things to update here on my end and waiting to get this watch text. Come on. Here we go. Got it. All right. Okay, let me get our ticker updated here in one sec. Hang with me, guys. Still working on an automated way to get all of this done, because that would make things a lot easier on me, and obviously help get it out to you all quicker. But that's a lot more difficult than it sounds, apparently. Been looking into it for a while. And even with the help of some AI, it's been difficult. So still working on that, but once we get a website, it should make it a lot easier. And same with a mobile app that we are trying to kick around as well too. So okay, perfect. All right. And so, yep, there is our crawler updated now. Radar has not updated just yet, but it should here in just a second. I wish there was a way I could force that to update, but not so much. So, but that info is up. I'm going to get that up on the page right now as well. That is definitely the most pressing thing we've got going on at the moment. I know we've got some visual folks as well too that prefer the written over the video format, and I get that as well too. No harmed feelings here. got more of a face for radio anyway. Okay. Watch info is posted up on the page and pinned to the top. Again, as always, whenever we've got a watch or anything like that going on, I try to pin it to the top, so that's the very first thing that you all see as soon as you come onto the page. All right, so yeah, everybody, welcome into the stream. Wanted to get that out there first and foremost, obviously, about the watch. So there we go. Okay, it seems like my video's lagging behind on mine or something, but as long as I'm not lagging on y'all's end. So there we go. Okay, so now the radar updated, you can see that full severe thunderstorm watch area. I'll turn the radar off for just 1 second. And you can see there pretty large area covered under the severe thunderstorm watch, and that does go until 6 p.m. this evening. So, again, we do have some storms approaching, getting pretty close to the Muletown area right now. We'll do our currents real quick. I don't think we've done that yet. Currently 84 degrees in Sunnyside, about 85% humidity, so heat index 96 on up there. Dew point 79, pressure 29.88 and steady right now. Calm wind, and so far no measurable rain today, although that looks to change pretty soon. Don't have any detectable lightning in the area right now, but it does look like that these storms are putting down a fairly decent amount of lightning there. So again, don't really like that lightning provider because it's a little too clustered up and jumbled up for my liking, but again, that kind of gives you an idea of what the lightning situation is like there. So definitely if you're outside, you got outside plans today, ball field, band, whatever else is going on this time of year with kiddos or your hobbies. If you're listening to me from the golf course right now, definitely go ahead and get like things wrapped up. You probably got about 45 minutes or so tops before the leading edge gets here. I'll throw this in motion a little bit so you can kind of see how that's been developing. Some of this, the majority of the precip this morning started out here in northwest Tennessee up towards like the Boot Hill, west of Clarksville, Missouri, around there, Kentucky area, Paducah. And then a lot of this other moisture and precip was coming up there from the south out of the Memphis area. And it's kind of congealed together into this line ahead of the frontal passage. So there may be some storms that try to bubble up out ahead of this, although I don't really see any of that happening right now. There's a little bit there, but I think this one's going to end up and congeal into the main line. Yeah. So, but there may be some other storms coming throughout the remainder of the evening, just judging by this severe thunderstorm watch going until 6 p.m. this evening. So, sounds like we may see a couple of different rounds potentially of that severe weather, or a couple of different waves of storms come throughout the day. So definitely something to be aware of now that we are covered under that watch for sure. I know everybody's got the outdoor plans this time of year when the weather's nice. I know a lot of times right now, since the weather's not nice, it's a little bit more warm than we would like. A lot of folks are going fishing or to the pool or whatever, so definitely keep an eye out for that. Remember, if you hear the thunder, 30 minutes, definitely make sure that you can either get to shore if you're on the water or something like that, or hop out of the pool. So lightning is not your friend. All right. Cool. All right. Yep, everything good on YouTube, everything good on Facebook. And as always, if you guys and gals have any questions, go ahead and throw those down there in the comments, and I'll get to those as soon as I can, promise. I try to keep a pretty good eye on those throughout the broadcast, and as well as the other stuff that we've got going on with the comments on the other posts and stuff as well. So, and yeah, about the other posts from last night. So how about that? Mrs. Captain actually noticed that for me. I wasn't signed into the weather account as at all. I was just kind of playing around doing some other stuff on YouTube, I think, or looking up a documentary or something nerdy. That's what I do in my spare time. And she saw the notification and went in and had a look at everything. And this program is invite only. So I guess we finally made it to some threshold in the algorithm. So that kind of makes makes us feel good about that aspect. But it's I'm sure it's going to work out to be like fractions of the sit. But every like, share, interaction, view of a post, even 3-second video view, 1-minute video view, any of that stuff helps us out, and it's only capped at $30,000 a month. So only, I know. I think right now we're up to like $1.85 or something like that. So it's it's definitely going to be a work in progress. But as we can continue to grow the viewership of the page, and as we continue to bring new things out to you, like the 2-a-day videos, the morning show kind of format things that we've got like that up our sleeves, that's just going to be more of that same interaction to have with you all going forward. And it's not limited. It goes like month at a time. At first I was thinking it was going to be kind of like a short-term thing, but apparently we're just in the club now. It runs month to month, and so we're just going to be really trying to kind of, we don't want to blow up your newsfeed, obviously. That's definitely not what we're here for. But we're going to try to make sure that we can bring y'all as much original content and stuff that's of our own production. We'll still obviously share the weather service stuff and pass along that info and everything there from the experts. But a lot of the stuff that we'll be doing, you'll notice from here kind of going forward, will be a lot of our own organic posting and stuff like that, just to kind of help tickle that algorithm. Obviously, because the more income that we have coming in here, the more features, the more things that we can bring to you. We can potentially bring some other people on board, get that IT guy that knows more than I do, get them on a website, frees me up to do more things, so definitely. You all are great. We've got the best fans in the business. I always say, and I'll take that to the bank and fight anybody over that one. Y'all always pull it out and absolutely just kill it whenever we need you to do anything. So definitely help us spread the word. Because obviously with the fight with the algorithms, the biggest thing anyway, because we just want to make sure the most amount of people can see our posts and see the info that we're putting out and helping disseminate from the weather service, just to make sure people are safe. That is why we're here. So I would love to tell you I know what we would do with $30,000 a month, but I have no idea if we got to some miracle and got to that point. Just obviously thanks to you all and a lot more people like you. If we made $30,000 a month, I don't know what I would do with it. I could think up lots of cool little weather gizmos and things like that, and build like a indestructible tornado tank. But I still think I would just end up building storm shelters in schools or something, or just hardening nursing homes or something like that. Just try to give back, because I don't need that much money. It would be great to squeeze it out of Facebook for sure, but yeah, I don't need that much money. So it would be great to have, and I definitely want to see what we can make out of it. So I would love for this to be able to be my full-time job. That would be great, but we've got a long way to go. So Tammy is here in the Thunder now in Columbia. So yeah, definitely getting that way, approaching the county line. Looks like right now coming through Centerville. Hohenwald, y'all should be hearing that thunder here soon as well too. Dixon, Charlotte, Centerville, y'all are pretty much already in the thick of it. Waynesboro's coming up on you. Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, Columbia, Lewisburg. Pretty much just stay ready. Might catch a warning out of this. I don't really see anything overly concerning right now in the wind, but there's some right there. These storms do have a history of being severe warned and producing some pretty good wind damage. So you see kind of the darker stripe right here. I think that's where it's going to be some of that embedded wind right there. Yeah, I think so. So there may be some wind that does come out of this northwestern part of it, just off to our northwest rather, north of Centerville, around Waverly, Charlotte, Dixon, around there. That part of it does look like it has some kind of decent wind to it, and part of it is trying to, it looks like, migrate to the south a bit as part of maybe like a gust front or some outflow. You can see it in those last couple of scans right there. So, but yeah, we'll definitely be watching this one pretty closely as it comes in. Because obviously, that's what the watch means. Conditions are favorable for severe weather. The warning means that it's happening right now. So we always like to reiterate those differences. All right. How about that? Yeah, happy birthday to Ernie. It is Debbie's husband's Ernie's birthday. So happy birthday to you, Ernie. Shout out from the captain and the WDiMT team. Carol says the wind's starting to pick up in Hampshire as well. I can't believe that. Looks like y'all are right on the edge. There may be some outflow going on there too. Because it seems like, yeah, that the blue specks right there probably just picked up gust front, I imagine. There's some outflow coming out of that cell there. And so far, I do see some small hail, it looks like, mixed in some parts of the line here, but it doesn't look like it's going to be anything widespread. Yeah, it looks like it's all mostly up here to our northwest, so something to keep an eye on. But for right now, it does look at least somewhat a bit more mild than it did a couple of scans ago in recent history because there are no warnings on it. It looks like there's a series of special weather statements here, which is basically just kind of like severe thunderstorm warning lights. But nothing else on the rest of that line of storm. So back that out there a little bit so you can kind of see what's going on. Yeah, definitely a pretty strong strike. Well, there we go. As soon as I say that, there is a warning there that just popped up for Davidson County, Sumner, Robertson, and whichever other ones. Cheatham, Davidson, Robertson, Sumner, Wilson. Okay. That's exactly why I've got that. It can think of them quicker than I can. So I imagine that's probably going to be, yeah, looks like it is trying to pick up some wind right there. And the radar is also able to look at that a little bit lower level as well, too, because it is so close to the radar right there. So Nashville peeps and peeps up north. If you're visiting right now, definitely got that going down. So it's thunderstorm warning for those counties. Have a look here because this is looking like that's probably going to be, yeah, where any wind is going to be. Most of this looks like it's mostly behaving. It's only in about like the 30s and 40s, but it's definitely got that stripe right there going down through it, which isn't necessarily concerning, but can be indicative of like some embedded kind of like high wind bands there. Yeah, and we can roll it back to some points where we know where it was a little bit higher wind. Like there, you can see this with our storm warning, but this is kind of holding about the same. It looks like they're just south of Waverly, around Dixon. Reading on that. Yeah, that's showing about 60 miles an hour in Dixon right now, and not too much less, about 53, 55 there. To the south of Waverly. So Hickman County, you got some stuff coming in, it looks like, and if all that holds together, it may try to slide a little bit more to the south than what it's looking like. Maybe. Ashton says it's pretty calm in Williamsport right now. Yeah, definitely calm before the storm. And got another warning or something coming out. Let's see who it's for. Probably gonna be Hickman. Dixon. Williamson. Cheatham. Yeah, it's gonna be that same. Yep, right there. So if this area of the same line keeps on doing the same thing, we can probably expect possibly to get a severe thunderstorm warning here soon as well, because it looks like, yeah, it's not far behind on the wind. So Centerville right now getting up closer to 45, 50 miles an hour, and then a little heavier on the backside there. So definitely, I would say Centerville, the latter half of Williamson County, Murray County, definitely be ready to go to the safe spot if that warning is issued. Let me back this up here a little bit. Yeah, it's about to start rolling to the south here. You can kind of see the green bloom out of there, right here in this area. Green bloom coming to the south. So yeah, it's about to start rolling this way a little bit, and we may catch some more wind off of that. So I would definitely be ready, just in the event that that does. So, but new severe thunderstorm warning now in effect for Cheatham, Davidson, Dixon, and Williamson. So pretty much most all of Dixon or Davidson that was not covered under the first warning is under the second one. Pretty much just everything but that little corner right there by Laverne, Franklin, Williamson County, Brentwood, Fairview, almost Nolensville, maybe parts of Nolensville, you're covered there. Thompson Station, Spring Hill, you are not yet, but I wouldn't stray too far because it may be coming. Yeah, Kimberly, there may be some sun today. It's just probably going to be off and on sun. I would say, like sprinkled with, yeah, having to exit the pool under threat of lightning maybe a couple of times today. But other than that, I think this should pass. But there may be some scattereds after this, from what it sounded like. Have not had any time to look at the models yet to kind of see what they're saying or what the deal is there. But I will do that kind of as we're going throughout the coverage here this morning and this afternoon. So yeah, currently 11:13 p.m., 84 degrees in Sunnyside. Pressure 29.89, dew point 80 degrees, heat index 97 degrees. So before this rain hits, definitely make sure you're keeping the fuzzy things in life hydrated and yourself as well if you're outside. Haley says thunder in Columbia right now. I can believe that. I'm actually starting to pick up some lightning strikes here as well on the instruments on the roof here at the studio. Let's turn that back on for a second and kind of see, let it update. So yeah, still a pretty good bit of lightning with most all of this line. So yeah, if you're outside doing anything like that, definitely be aware of that lightning. Kathy says it's thundering in Spring Hill as well too, so I can definitely believe that. I may have to pop my head outside here in just a second and have a listen. That's the one and only downside that I don't enjoy about what we do here is I'm always in the chair these days. We never get any really good storms that are like good daytime chasing storms. And yeah, kills me. So I never get to go and see and play and do. That's the one thing I don't like about this, but I do love getting to bring y'all the weather. Caitlin, this one should be kind of, I don't want to say short-lived because it's obviously kind of it's going to be a coming in and downpouring and getting out kind of quick situation. I don't want to downplay that, but it should be moving through pretty quick. The storm line actually looks like it's moving fairly quickly. Let me look and see what this section of it's actually running at. Moving east 40 miles an hour. So yeah, that section of the line is moving about 40 miles an hour. So it's a pretty decent clip for storms to be moving. Not extremely high, but it should kind of push it through pretty quick. So I would say probably an hour or less, and unless it just really starts filling in on the backside of this and we get a bunch more moisture in out of this. So yeah, 4:30. Kayla, you should have some better weather. Again, I can't exactly say as to far as how the pop-ups go. I've been there though too. I had a really nervous little girl about a birthday party, and then it was great until about the very last hour of it, and then we got that proverbial severe thunderstorm warning that blew up out of nowhere, which I loved. Kids weren't exactly as thrilled as I was, but yeah, happy birthday to your little girl though. I've got 3 daughters, so I understand. I definitely understand. Daddy is responsible for lots of things, and the weather's probably one of them as far as they're concerned. So I can sympathize. All right. And again, everybody just now joining the broadcast, or if you're joining us recently, we are under a severe thunderstorm watch. I'll go ahead and go back into that real quick before the storms do actually get here. Got this severe thunderstorm watch brewing until about 6 p.m. This evening. It may get canceled before then, just depending on kind of how much storm coverage or how many kind of pop up storms that we happen to have out of this after this main line goes through. If it dumps a bunch of moisture and cools things down, that can obviously help. But if sun comes back out and it gets really hot and steamy right back to it again, that can definitely cause us to have some follow-on thunderstorms later on this afternoon. So something we'll be keeping an eye on. Today, high of about 92, and a good chance of that precip for most part of the mid-state area. About the same in Nashville, a little cooler in Waverly, Clarksville, Waynesboro, and then the farther east you go as well. Tonight should be a low of about 73 in Columbia, about the same in Waynesboro, 74 in Nashville, 71 Waverly. Still a pretty good chance of some precip going down. It looks like about, just call it, for that good, like, middle colored green swath, about 25, 30, 40% chance of rain as we go throughout the rest of the day and into overnight. Tomorrow, though, about the same, about another 30, 40% chance of rain, high around 91 for Columbia, a little bit warmer in 92 in Nashville, 90 in Tullahoma, and then again cooler as you go to the east, but still going to be dealing with those rain chances. So main pressing issue, obviously, for today is that severe thunderstorm watch being in effect until 6 p.m. Again, you can see it on our Pepto-Bismol pink portion of the map there. I'll turn the radar off for just 1 second, and you can see all of those counties that are included there. And again, I've got that up on the page as well. Willows here and some thunder over by Bear Creek and Highway 100. Rosemary's joining us from Columbia, so welcome to the broadcast. Sarah, you are very welcome. She says, thank you, Captain, for keeping an eye on it for us. Nothing else other than chasing it or being out there in it that I would rather be doing. Like I said earlier. So. All right, Gracie joining us from Mount Pleasant. Welcome to the broadcast, Gracie. All right, Caesar, excuse me, Caesar the Random says hello on YouTube to everybody on the stream. Looks like Eliza's got some Rolls of Thunder in Spring Hill as well. So yeah, I definitely believe that it is dropping on down this way for sure. Go ahead and zoom us back in there on the Muletown general vicinity. Have a look at the wind again, because it still looks like Centerville over here has got a pretty good storm brewing and still pushing a decent amount of wind out there in front of it as well from the look of it. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a little bit of wind embedded and hiding in here from the look of these storms. Let me do a little bit more techno wizardry there. Have a look at just the storm relative velocity, and it doesn't look near as bad. So it's only showing about 34, 35 miles an hour. So not as bad, but again, some of it could be up to about 50, 60 miles an hour or so, just based off of these severe thunderstorm warnings. So I'll go ahead and pull both panels up at once so we can have a look there at the radar overlaid with the wind. So let's get there we go. Go ahead and query some of this wind for us real quick. So yeah, some of it's only clocking in about 40 miles an hour. Other areas of it look like they're clocking in a little bit closer to 52. And then again, some of it closer to about the 70 mile an hour mark or so. Seeing some up there, 68 miles an hour, 41 miles an hour, 52 miles an hour. So definitely some wind embedded in this. So keep an eye on that. We do not have a warning for this section of the line yet, though. Although if this keeps building up, it would not surprise me. The wind may be actually trying to back off just a hair. As far as like the flank winds where it's out here ahead of it, back behind it though still looks like it's rocking and rolling pretty good. So you may see some wind gusts pop up out ahead of the storm itself, called a gust front. You know, as it gets really windy all of a sudden, that's kind of your cue to go ahead and start getting towards that way because it's coming. So looks like, did that one get reissued? No. Yep, still got a pretty good storm. It's going to be dropping down from Centerville on us here in just a bit. And still continue to get lightning strikes here detected at the studio. Turn that back on just a second. Yep, and still putting down a pretty healthy amount of lightning with most of these storms as well. So definitely be aware of that wind and lightning. All right, Cassie says she's got thunder, lightning in Williamsport. Kathy's also got some thunder in Rolling Fields, looking pretty nasty, it says. Kinsey has got thunder and sprinkling in Hampshire. So yeah, it's just about y'all's direction as well there too. Julie Johnson, big money, sending stars. Thank you for that as always. Helps us keep the lights on down here. Right. Making sure I'm just gonna stay. Shannon, Thunder and Dark and Kaliaka. You've got a 12-foot skeleton. I think I'm gonna need to see a picture of that, Shannon. And I love it. Not a Halloween decoration or anything, I'm assuming, right? Just a 12-foot skeleton to hang around, because that's awesome. I like it. But you better have a name. I'm gonna kind of be disappointed if you don't have a name, but I'm gonna definitely need to see a picture of this 12-foot skeleton. That's awesome. So Yeah, it looks like the wind is still out there, folks. We're staying, if the radar is to be correct, we're staying just south of the severe limits, but definitely some 40 and 50 mile an hour wind gusts in there, sprinkled throughout as well. Also maybe some hail. So got a hail icon that just popped up here too. Looks like going to be just pretty much following down Highway 7. So going to slide between 7 Theta and Santa Fe from the look of it. So maybe some small hail in these as well. Have not seen any for sure hail reports on the ground yet. But I also haven't been on Twitter in a couple minutes, so let's see what's going on there. And we are also on Twitter as well, y'all. I don't know if I let you know that I went ahead and changed the name of my old weather handle over to Weather Down in Mealtown on Twitter. So we've got that going now as well. Just because it fits the nature of what we do a little bit better with being able to geolocate things and sort things better and not get as much junk. All right, new warning coming out. Let's see who we got. Ooh, is it going to be a tornado warning for Williamson? Nope. There it is. All right, that's us. So, yeah, Northern Murray. Let's swap over to that full screen so you can go ahead and see that. So, it looks like it's not for Columbia proper just yet, but it is that same section that we were talking about there. So, it looks like Spring Hill, northern half of Columbia, Theta, Santa Fe, Latin areas around there are going to be covered in these 3 thunderstorm warnings. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll that and make our joyful noise there. So here it comes. Right. So yeah, severe thunderstorm warning for Northern Murray County and Middle Tennessee until noon at Central Daylight Time. At 11:26 a.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 8 miles southwest of Fairview or 15 miles east of Centerville, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Hazards include 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Radar indicated. Expect damage to roof, trees, siding, and etc. Locations impacted include Franklin, Columbia, Centerville, Spring Hill, Thompson Station, Santa Fe, Bonaqua, Prim Springs, Leapers Fork, Lyles, and I-65 east of Columbia. So mile marker 45 and 63. Take cover. And again, getting all that posted now. And still getting more lightning detection as well as we speak. Where is this warning graphic? Don't see the warning graphic yet. So I guess we're going to make our own. Yep. I guess we're going to make our own. Save image radar. Okay, go ahead and get rid of that. So yeah, that severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until noon, so about 30 more minutes from now. Oh, I never did get this fixed. Hold on. Man, there's lots. All right, and the ticker is updated now too with that severe thunderstorm warning at the end. So, yep, severe thunderstorm warning until noon. Go back to our 2 panel there and have a look at the wind. So it looks like it's calming down a little bit, but still some areas of about 40, 50 miles per hour gusts in there. And obviously the weather service is seeing some at 60. So yeah, it's on up there for sure. Showing some good, healthy 40-mile-an-hour gusts there in the middle. So definitely could be some big wind. All right, I think I'm caught up on the comments for just this second. So yeah, if you're just now joining us, welcome to the feed. We are under both a severe thunderstorm warning right now and a severe thunderstorm watch, just depending on where you are joining us from. Murray County, the Muletown area. I'll go ahead and I'll zoom in just a little bit there so you can kind of see the breakdown of where and what everything is. So Columbia, Spring Hill, Theta, Santa Fe. So just basically the northern half of the county there. But if you're down here to the south, this looks like it's still trying to stay fired up as well too. So I would go ahead and pretty much just treat this entire section of the line as a warm storm at the moment because it just about is. So the wind looks like it's trying to extend down into this area. The radar cuts out here, so that's why it kind of looks wonky. So yeah, but it does look like the wind is trying to trail down to the south here. So I would basically just, if you're in Murray County, just go ahead and treat that warning for you as well too. Raining hard in Hardy Acres off Nashville Highway. Lots of thunder and rain in Santa Fe, says Melody. Cloud coverage for the meteor shower kins. It's looking, I'm not exactly sure on the cloud cover. I know there's supposed to be a chance of storms until about 11 p.m. tonight. and then again about 4 or 5. So you should have about a 5 or 6 hour gap in the middle, but I don't know what the cloud coverage is going to be like. I'll have to go in and look at some of the models for that, and I have not made it that far yet. I had too many warnings and watches and all kinds of craziness to post and update and everything else. So I will get to that though, I promise. So, and again, if you're just joining us, we do have the severe thunderstorm warning in effect, severe thunderstorm watch as well, but I'm trying to keep the radar up for the moment since we do have the storms approaching. Looks like, yeah, this just got changed to nothing on your end, but the black outline here lets me know that this is a considerable severe thunderstorm. So they've probably got an update on it here. Remains in effect for more than severe thunderstorms located 9 miles south of Fairview, 13 miles west of Franklin, moving east at 50 miles an hour. See a 70-mile-per-hour wind gust now. Expect considerable tree damage. Damage is likely due to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. So they did update it a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and repost that as well. So we are seeing some ground truth from this. So yeah, treat this one accordingly. When you see the black outline there, that is kind of letting us know that we do have some ground truth with this area of the storm, and that it is a considerable severe thunderstorm. Go ahead and save that real quick. I'm not having time to look for any. We're just making our own. Oh, excuse me. All right, and that is posted now as well. That section that I just read there. Let's have a look at that wind. So yeah, definitely some heavier wind in here embedded. I'm getting some at least 55 gusts around there. 55, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, most of the main body of it's still showing some 40 gusts as well. Let's see, maybe some small hail in there. Yeah, and it's actually got enough wind right there that it's triggering the rotation algorithm just a little bit, but it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, definitely a good storm going on there to our north. Whether it slides down here into the Muletown area proper as it does, looks to be yet to be seen, but it does look like it is trying to migrate that wind to the south as it goes. Yeah, we're definitely sliding to the south. So Columbia proper, I would go ahead and just get ready for this. Consider this considerable severe thunderstorm warning, about 2 more miles. Okay, maybe about 5 more miles down this way, and then just go ahead and consider yourselves in it. Go ahead and make a post on that right now. And I don't try to be bougie on all this stuff, guys and gals. I just try to hashtag stuff like Columbia and Muletown just to make it go farther. Believe me, I kind of feel bougie as I do it. All right. And on that note, just give me 1 second as well, guys and gals. I got to go get the fam briefed and get my fuzzy thing. Well, the fuzzy thing should already be inside, but go and make sure that everything is secured outside. Just 1 sec. Yeah, sorry, guys and gals. I've just been sitting here with the audio off, having a little bit of a consult with the team. I'm still here though with you though, promise. Just a real quick poll: if I've got the weather radio up this loud, can y'all still hear it over the feed and still hear me, or can you hear it all, or whatever? Sound off. Let me know. Andy, tornado potential should be pretty low today, but there was a tornado warned section of this storm way back in Kentucky. We just don't have the wind shear right now. It looks like it's mainly going to be straight wind. But yeah, I've had the audio turned off on y'all just because I've got like a FaceTime going, Noah going, and a bunch of different things in the background, and I didn't want any feedback or anything. So, checking out a area of pretty strong wind over near pretty much anywhere around Highway 7 right now, Snow Creek Road, Trace. I would be in shelter because the wind is whipping. If I've got anybody over in that area right now, let me know. Tell me what you're seeing, because this is definitely just looking odd. I mean, the radar is measuring this is going away from the radar, and this is going away from the radar, and this is not, it's not tornadic, but it's definitely just, it's odd. Don't look right. Another warning coming out, probably going to be from Murray County proper, I imagine. We are definitely in the thick of it now. Nope, just kidding. It's that one. Okay. Yeah, we're good there, but we've still got, looks like, some pretty good wind coming in, so. Yeah, I definitely can't hear when I'm not talking. Sorry. Sorry, I meant to put up my little no audio thing. I just kind of did that quickly because I was on the phone and trying to block out y'all from having to hear everything that I'm hearing right now. It's enough to make you go crazy. And I've got my mic set to where y'all can't hear the kids screaming in the background and all the other stuff anyway. So I've got it set to filter out a lot of that. So yeah, still a good looking storm though. Pretty much everywhere from Columbia to Mount Pleasant. I'm gonna have a sec and stick my face out and see what's going down for a sec. So give me just 1 sec again, guys. I'm gonna look at this lightning. Yeah, lightning's still not updating right. Yep, I'm gonna have a look. Mount Pleasant also looks like things are starting to kind of pick up down there your way. Let me know what you guys are seeing as well. Kathy says nothing really big yet in Spring Hill. Yeah, it's coming. I just ain't quite there yet, Kathy. Nothing crazy. Farm Bureau on Bear Creek Pike says Destiny, but it's dark. I can believe that. Wind to settle down on Water Valley Road was terrible, says Dolly. Yeah, I can definitely believe that because it was looking crazy up there on that side of Snow Creek, Highway 7, that side of the county near Santa Fe, Water Valley, for sure. So definitely glad y'all are good. Yep, take it from Dolly. Wind was terrible, so make sure that you are ready to go. Columbia, it is just about upon you now. Rain here, wind here, so it is just about there. Like I said, I'm going to take a second myself and just stick my head out and see what kind of environmental conditions we got, and I will be right back with you, okay? Yeah, Martha, I just heard that thunder as well, too. So that's one of the reasons why I'm going to go stick my head out and see what's going on. Jordan says big win right now. So just started out of nowhere, 31 in theta. Yep, and that's where it is right here. You can see it's 31 going up right here, and there's the line where the wind's coming. So literally on one side of the road you got nothing, and on the other side, bang, wind. So that's what I'm saying. It's going to come up on you quick. It's about to be here for me as well too. So again, I'm gonna be right back with you guys. All right, guys. Sorry about that. We're running back from the front porch. All right, and as you see there, new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for the rest of Murray County, as well as Rutherford, Williamson, Bedford, Giles, and Marshall until 12:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. All right, yeah. Continuous cloud to ground lightning, it says. I don't know if we aren't trying to get some broad rotation right there on the east side of Columbia. It's broad, yeah. So Cliff White Road, 412, Old Highway 99, Bear Creek 65. Anybody out there, let me know what you guys are seeing, because this thing's either trying to get some inflow through here, which wouldn't surprise me, or it's trying to develop just a little bit of low-level rotation. I swear. Yeah, I think it's going to be inflow-based, because it's not strong. Power out in Westover Park. Yeah, Jocelyn, tell hubby to get off the roof. That's a real bad idea right now. Haley just lost power in Columbia. Yep, Michael, yep, you're correct. Trees down in Bel Air. Beating the hell out of them in Fieldstone, Shenandoah neighborhood. See, I got lots of reports coming in. And Laura, Daughtery, thank you much. Big money. Sending stars. Appreciate you. Getting rough in the Zion Road area, says Kate. No, Angel, not any tornadoes. I think it's just got some broad rotation going on to it right now, but I think it's going to be mainly the storm breathing, so it's going to be inflow based. So, yeah, I don't want to freak anybody out there, but this is the area I'm looking at right here. So I think all this is going to be, and I'll try to illustrate it for you a little bit, is going to be just the storm breathing. So see this, where kind of the yellow wraps back into the red right here. Same thing. So going to correlate over here. That's just air being sucked into the storm, I'm pretty sure. So does not look like any kind of concerning tornadic rotation. No. I'm going to go ahead and clarify that. But I do want to keep our wind mode up, though, as well, because this one is definitely rocking and rolling, sports fans. Destiny's got strong wind on Bear Creek Pike. I can definitely believe that. Oh. Yep. Okay. Yep, we got power outages reported all over the Muletown area as well, folks. So if we do go off, stay with us. I don't have the battery backup system ready to go yet. It is in the works and in the plan. But yeah, power outages all over the place. I'm sure it's wind based. But so just hang with us if we do go out. Right. We'll look at the lightning again. All right, I hear more big money. Indeed, Nancy, big money. Thank you for that very much. As always, help to keep the lights on. Kimberly said her power is flickering. Looks like we've got the same over behind the college as well. Power is out. Columbia State exit. Yeah, I could believe that. So yeah, it sounds like over Fox Run subdivision near Highway 43, Hampshire Pike, Columbia State area is having some power outages right now. See if I can get the old CPWS pulled up and see if we can get a live look at their power outages. All right, so yeah, it looks like we do have some current power outages being reported. So got a bunch out actually. So let's swap over to here. I'll show you what we're looking at on the CPWS website. So yeah, looks like got at least 2,600 customers without power right now all over. Looks like mainly the western area, so over behind Cook Soccer Park, Woods Drive, Hilltop area, Pleasant Heights, North Bigby, Murray County Park, Central High School area, Lakes of Columbia, going out Williamsport Pike a bit, Hampshire Pike a bit there to the splits. You got over by CA as well, Terrace Drive, Winding Way. That's the Oakwood subdivision, Autumnwood Apartments, CA, Rolling Fields, Westover, half of Woodland Park. So got a good bit of Columbia without power right now, looks like. So definitely some things going down with the power grid at the moment. So but yeah, so for right now, looks like there still is a decent bit of wind still on the back end of this. So I'm for instance right now in a little bit of a lull right here, but it looks like it's about to pick back up for me again, as well as areas of like Western Columbia, Rutherford Lane. It's about to pick back up on you again there as well too. So not quite over yet. I'll go ahead and take this back out to one panel so you can kind of see a little bit better what's going on there, but still more rain to come for Columbia proper. Sunnyside as well. Culleoka, it looks like you've got a little stripe coming through there. Mount Pleasant, it looks like you should just kind of be in the regular old rain by now, but you may still be seeing some thunder and lightning on the back end of that as well too. And yeah, there is a tornado warning up there on the northern end of this now near 840 and Smyrna. Ooh. Yeah, Nashville radar up there is showing at least like a good broad swath of 60, 70 mile an hour winds there mixing around. So, that section of Rutherford County, Wilson County, definitely, if you got family up there, make sure they know about that one. Looks like there are also some confirmed tornadoes here showing up on my warning list in Ohio as well. Let's see if they'll show up from up here. They're going to be way up there. So also everybody with family in like the Ohio area, make sure they know about that as well too. You're just now joining us. Try to go back through everything real quick. We are under a severe thunderstorm warning currently, so that is this right here. Yellow box indicated there, severe thunderstorm warning until about 12:30 p.m. And then we also are under the severe thunderstorm watch. So warning means it's happening right now. Watch means conditions are favorable. So we've got that severe thunderstorm warning going for about the next 30 minutes or so, 23 minutes, and then severe thunderstorm watch will be in effect until 6 p.m. or until they cancel it. So yeah, I'm getting reports of small hail, Theta Pike and 412. So also reports of a pretty good bit of power outage on the western and central side of Columbia itself as well too. So zoom back in here to the Murray County area and get the idea of what's going on there in Columbia. So a couple of different like bands of precip still to go, just depending on where you are at in the Murray County area. If you're on the other side of this yellow line over here towards like Santa Fe, Williamsport, Hampshire, I'd say you're probably in the clear. May still be some wind that way on the backside of this and some lightning and thunder still yet, but should be mostly in the clear. Yeah, just saw that as well, Jacob. So yeah, train spotter reported a funnel cloud 2 miles north of downtown Franklin on Highway 31 about 25 minutes ago, it looks like. That does not surprise me. And that is the tricky part about trying to forecast or predict or interact with line segment tornadoes. They are incredibly tricky to pick out because sometimes between the radar sweeps, which can take, several minutes, they can be down on the ground and back up and gone. So they're definitely very tricky and they blend into the the rain very well too because they're almost always rain wrapped. Rough at Perkins Lane, closest to Baker School. Yeah, I can imagine that one as well, Cindy. Kathy, I did say Santa Fe is pretty much in the clear. You may still have some wind gusts on the backside of this or some lightning and thunder still, but for the most part, I would say Santa Fe should be clearing up and the rain should be slacking off on you any time now if it hasn't already. So, Industrial Park, probably not quite yet. You still got some more to go, I would say, over in Industrial Park Road, 43 area. Just a little bit still. It shouldn't be as much, but you're going to be there in one of the gaps right now. So I would give it just a couple of more minutes. Power out at Lakes Columbia. Yep, I figured that as well. Looks like it was showing up on the map a minute ago. Let me have a look at that as well too. So looks like it's showing about the same, but it's looking like there are some more predictive outages. I don't know exactly what they mean by that, but Spring Hill's got some. Looks like they're, is it the substation locations? Yeah, it's showing predictive outages, which I'm not exactly sure, unless that's something they think that's going to happen at the substation, but that would be really bad because it looks like there's two different substations showing predictive outages right now. So if anybody works for CPWS and knows what the hell that means, feel free to let me know. Okay. So yeah, right now, still got that severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the next 20 minutes or so. Severe thunderstorm watch still in effect until about 6 p.m. Go ahead and pull this out a little bit so you can kind of see the entire overview of the area. Pretty much an entire severe thunderstorm warning along the end, the advanced line of the storms there, as well as the tornado warning there way up to our north. But we are starting to see damage reports roll in here. Looks like Fairview got hit pretty hard. Scattered power outages, trees down in the Fairview area. Highway 100, Whooper Hill Road, blocking both lanes of traffic. Some damage reports from Dixon County as well. Trees down. Highway 70. So yeah, I would not be surprised if we see more of that as we go. What's up? Oh yeah. Yeah, trees down all over the place. It looks like to the north, so I wouldn't be surprised to start seeing some of those reports come trickle in as well too. And if you are seeing any kind of damage or anything like that, any kind of hail, definitely let us know about that, and we'll make sure we pass that along to the Weather Service as well. Because I'm still hearing some rolls of thunder here in my backyard at Sunnyside as well. Correct. I think it's that critical. Right. I did get everything caught up as well too on the page, so I've got all the warning info all posted now on the page for everyone. Yeah, News Channel 5 reporting about 20,000 people across all of Middle Tennessee have lost power now, about half of those being NES customers. So we know we make up at least about 2,600 of that. So hey, more big money. Thank you, Chad. You rock too. Appreciate that as always. Chad helping us keep the lights on. Right. Yeah, about 15 more minutes on that warning, sports fans. It looks like most of it is clearing out of like the western half of Murray County. It's like Spring Hill, you got a little bit longer to go, probably. Columbia proper, a little bit longer to go, just depending on where you're at there. Areas between like Highway 31 and 65 still got a little bit to go. And then obviously as well, Chapel Hill, Lewis County, or Marshall County, Lewisburg. This is headed your way next. So, yep. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be some spin up potential up there towards Rutherford, but it doesn't look like anything. It's just extremely organized from what I looked at a second ago. And some flooding reports as well in downtown Nashville. And they're having the Tomato Fest up there. So if we got anybody that's planning on going to the Tomato Fest, or you listen right now from the Tomato Fest, got some flooding reports. Don't let your tomatoes wash away. The storm has weakened and left the area. I bet it is, because we don't look very severe anymore. Thank you for your kind words, Miss Martha. So we have the best coverage right here. Thank you, Captain. So yeah, that's probably, I imagine, going to be the, let me get the text of it pulled up. Yeah, no, it's still in effect. 12 p.m. The thunderstorm warning remains in effect. So let me go ahead and post it. So yeah, severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect. Sports fans, we had thought for a minute that they may let it expire or go ahead and lapse it, but it is not. So it remains in effect for eastern, southeastern, Murray County, Marshall, and the etc. Right. Yeah, I would say we're probably approaching being done. Not everybody, but probably approaching it. Yep, Cindy said it finally calmed down near Baker School. Not too far from here. I can still hear a couple of rolls of thunder here and there out the back window here behind me, but it's definitely sound like it's calmly down. So yeah, I've got a calm wind of about 4 miles an hour out of the east northeast right now. So it'll be outflow out of those storms. Probably. But yeah, the temp has dropped definitely. So down to 72 degrees right now in Sunnyside. Heat index 73, dew point 70. So not bad at all. Looks like rain officially started at 11:51 a.m. and got, it's not done ciphering yet because that's probably not right. Morgan says wind is picking up here in Lewisburg on Chapel Hill line. Yep, I bet. It looks like, yeah, it's just getting to the meat and potatoes part of the storm for you in like Holt's Corner up there to the north. Got some pretty heavy precip on the way. You're very welcome, Mercedes. In Oak Grove. Oh man, I don't remember where Oak Grove is. Isn't it straight up? I think from 65. Yeah, Chris. It shouldn't be too much longer, I would say, before it moves out of the Oak Grove area. Dang. Yeah, a couple of different tornado warnings now up here to the north. Interesting. Yeah, most def. A couple of different little places there. It's those pop-up tornadoes like we talked about. Incredibly hard to kind of get an eye on and keep an eye on. Even for the supercomputers. Kelly says seems to be slowing down near the hospital. Yeah, you are very welcome, Chad. Yeah, definitely seems to be slowing down a bit. Let me lean back in my chair now, finally. Uh-huh. All right. Yeah, it looks like for most everybody in the Columbia area now, it should be kind of slacking off for you. A couple of bands still left there to the east, like crossing 65 right now. So if you're crossing 65, you probably have no clue what I'm talking about. But it will be slacking up for you shortly. And then again, if you guys are seeing any pictures of any damage, trees down, anything like that, definitely go ahead and let us know. Don't jeopardize your safety, as I hear it thundering pretty loud there in my backyard again still. So definitely don't get struck by lightning. Take a picture. We don't want it that bad. Just like we said, it is definitely some stuff that we like to pass on to the weather service and let them know about. So the do what? Yeah, then if you got family in Rutherford County, definitely let them know about that situation as well too with the tornado warnings. There like was two different overlapping of there a second ago, but they've just reduced it down to one now. So yeah, I'm actually going to give my window back here a peek and peel back the green screen and see how it looks outside. So give me just 1 second. I'll be right back with you. Yep. So still lightning, still thunder, and still pretty cruddy looking outside overall. But rain has definitely slacked way, way off, and the wind is pretty calm. So definitely good news there. And as should be most of the Columbia area at the moment. So And as you can see there, again, sports fans, new severe thunderstorm warning this time for Marshall County. So pretty much Lewisburg itself down there on the southern end of the county. What? Yeah. Other than that, I think most everything Murray County now should be off to our east. So Murray, you should be good, I think, to say. Marshall County folks, y'all still going to be under that severe thunderstorm warning for a bit. Hold on, they're issuing more stuff as I'm speaking. Nope, just kidding. Moore County. Okay. All right. So, yeah, pretty much just that same end of the storm. So, I think this is probably the point where I will hop off here for a while because I am starving. And then, of course, I will leave the radar coverage up here for as long as need be. But all I see pretty much on this side of things is going to be just some rain. So we'll keep an eye on things as they approach. If we do catch any wayward pop-up storms or anything like that. But just keep in mind that watch still does go until about, I think it was 6 p.m. tonight, or was it 7 or something like that? 6 p.m. So, yeah, still got several more hours to go with the watch being in effect. Although, if things stay pretty mild like this, I would imagine they will probably cancel it early. So, all that fun stuff being said, just make sure you stay weather aware for the rest of the evening. And, of course, you can stay tuned here to Weather Down in Mealtown, NOAA Weather Radio, internet, and TV sources for the latest and greatest severe weather information. Other than that, glad everybody got to join us here on Weather Down in Muletown. This has been the Captain. Glad to join you as well. Glad to be here. If you missed what we were talking about earlier and the post last night, we're doing some new great things here. We got a lot of opportunities financially here with Facebook all of a sudden. So we're going to try to make the best of those and bring you all of the best and greatest live organic content that we can from your friends down here at Weather Down in Muletown. Gonna be working really hard on a lot of things coming up soon in the spare time, so hopefully the weather will cooperate for us there a little bit. There will be a morning show coming. I'm thinking something maybe like Mornings in Muletown or Muletown Mornings Dunno. We'll maybe put up to a fan vote or to a poll or something like that, see what you all think, followed up by, like an evening show type format kind of thing later on in the day. So figure out exactly the timing of when that is going to go down. But for now, we appreciate you sticking with us. Don't forget to like, share, and tell all your friends. The more people that we can reach, obviously, the more lives that we can potentially save. So and that is what it is all about at the end of the day, ladies and gents. But appreciate you joining us here on Weather Down in Milltown. Keep an eye on it. I'm the captain. Let's make it happen. Oh, wrong one. There we go. All right, sports fans, and as you can see down there, our severe thunderstorm watch has been canceled for the Murray County area. So that will conclude our broadcast for today. Thank you for joining us, and as always, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and help us spread the word so we can do what we do.